So is this a UK-specific issue, or, as this title suggests, a global supply crisis? Well, certainly there are some UK-specific factors going on here. Brexit, a shortage of HGV drivers, but there's also something big happening behind the scenes. And that comes down to this. This is gross domestic product, so global growth, the amount of national income created in each country. And what you've got here is the average annual growth that we've seen in these countries, from Japan through to the UK, the G7 industrialised economies. That's the average over recent years, but now look at what's expected this year. So these are the latest forecasts just out from the International Monetary Fund, and look at how high those bars are. The UK in particular, 6.8%. That's the highest that we've seen on record, but it's not just the UK. The US is very strong as well, and France and Italy, again, the highest on record. We're just not used to seeing this much growth in the global economy. A lot of demand. It's not just about supply, it's about demand, and there's masses out there, and that is feeding into shipping. And when you look, it's not just Felixstowe, although we just saw Felixstowe there is some congestion around the port there. We've seen it in other places as well. In recent months, we saw it in LA, the port of Los Angeles. You had some serious congestion over there. And on the other side of the world as well, if we sweep across there, in Ningbo. So that's the main port for Shanghai, one of the most important ports in the world. And they've had serious congestion there as well. And it's not just in, you can look at, too, at a different metric. It's called the Baltic Dry Index, which gives you a sense of, across the world, what the demand is for shipping. The higher this line is, the more demand there is. And this line, too, if I just kind of zoom back a little bit through into history, you can see that line's now at the highest level since 2008. So we're talking about a lot of demand for shipping, a lot of demand for goods, and that, in turn, is pushing up prices. So the UK, we know that inflation is pretty high in the UK, 3.2%. But just have a look at this. We just got numbers out from the US, and that inflation in the US is at the highest level in 13 years, 5.4% CPI in the US, higher than expected. So higher prices, more demand, problems in shipping is happening all over the world.